Hey there everyone, it's Russ from Path Less Pedaled, and we're here at Interbike 2012. And we've been walking the floor for the last couple of days, and this is what we found that's interesting for bike touring. So take a look and hope you enjoy.
Let's go. And so I'm Aaron Abrams from Globe Bikes. Talk about our new front Portour rack that we just introduced this year for 2013. It's a tubular aluminum front Portour rack, and it's got some mounts so it'll fit on any of the Globe modular accessory mounts on the inside of the forks of our bikes, or it'll fit on any of the lowrider standard lowrider mounting points on any 700C fork with a fender mount as well. So overall, great rack. You can put up to about 25 pounds on it, 10 kg, and can carry all kinds of great stuff in the city.
We have the rack system that we acquired from a company, Preload, in December, and that system was the premise for everything else that we're doing. And the one thing about Pannier is when we brought in consumers and we talked to them and we found the things that were great about the bags that they were using, and we found things that they didn't like. And the one thing that was clear with most Panniers is that people didn't like the hardware sticking into them when they were carrying them. So the experience off the bike wasn't as good as when it was on the bike. So that's how we set about doing what we call blade helix magnet, and what we wanted is a vanishing hardware system. So when it's off the bike, it's in this position, and when you go to put it on the bike, you simply spin the blade, reveal the hardware, set it onto the frame of the rack, and let the magnet do the rest. We've got the rail on the rack. Simply put the helix on, release, and let the magnet do the rest of the work. And then we just added some great features that we were excited about. Light pocket. We heard a lot from commuters, especially, that lights would just get stolen. So here's a spot to do it, and you can just stick your light in here, adjust your light however you want, turn it off, leave it in there, forget about it.
The light touring guy, the guy that just is going to tour with a couple of jerseys, a couple of pairs of shorts, he's probably going to spend the night in a hotel. This bag works great for that. And a lot of times those guys are on less of a touring bike, more of like a high-end, like a carbon race bike. It's not really tour friendly. This will fit on their bike. It'll fit on, it's carbon seat post friendly, so there isn't any metal that makes contact with the seat post. It goes off really easy, so you take it off and on. It's big enough. That's what the mounts look like. It does have a rain cover that comes with it. And you can put some stuff in there too. Two sizes. This is the halfback and the fullback. The fullback is about twice the volume, and you also benefit from the side pocket.
Basically, we're going the 20, 40, and 60 liter. Okay, this is your ideal crossover for randonnée touring or for commuting. Then this is where the game changes. We get into the Grand Tour series, and our series here, it's again using all the waterproof polyester. You can see here, it's all welded. This is not seam seal, this is actually strength tape that helps give extra strength, so it's not going to tear. It has a lifetime warranty on our fabric. Okay. The whole idea here is you have an asymmetrical bag. It comes as a pair, but this pocket can be taken off. Okay. The pocket is totally removable. Also acts as an additional compression point, and you have tie-down compression straps here that can be removed, and also there is an extra set of compression straps. So you can take the pocket off here and make it a symmetrical bag with compression straps still on it. Okay. Then we get to the fact that once you take this off, that this comes off the back here, you can take things like a tent attachment that goes onto it. And so you can upgrade the bag with a tent attachment, with the tent pole. With the compression straps going through, you have the ability to put on extra gear. So the compression strap comes through here, all the way along, but here you've got a toiletry kit. So the whole idea of touring is this load is sacred, you don't want to touch it, right? So you get this loaded, your incidentals are all removable and organizable. But you get to your campsite, pitch your tent, get cleaned up, then break into your gear. So that's kind of, and then that allows you to upgrade your bags. But people buy this for 2 weeks a year, and they typically want another set of bags for commuting. What you can do is you can pull off everything and it has the internal pocket and all that stuff. It's kind of that holy grail of commuting that people have been asking for.
So we updated the hardware story on the back, same as on the cog. But if you don't want to look like a dork going into the office, you can completely cover it up. So you can go, a lot of people come into bike shops, you know, we talk to bike shops and say, what is it that you're looking for in a product or in a pannier? And so a lot of people, they want to carry the product on their bike because they don't want their back to be sweaty. But when they get to the office, they want to go into a meeting and not look like they just got off their bike. So that's why we created this solution. So you can, it has its own strap pad, so you can wear it just like a messenger bag when you go into the office. When you come out, this guy unzips and it just tucks right up into the flap. You can see it's got a Velcro closure grip.
Okay. Hi, I'm Igor Shainbook. I'm with velo-orange, and here's our new camper frame. It's intended as a touring frame, but this particular one is kind of set up as a old school gravel racer. 700 by 40 millimeter tires, cantilever brakes, and we have our actual full camping setup right over here. You can see it has all the brace-ons you'd want. Here's our new camping rack, which actually mounts to the cantilever bolts and can accommodate from a 700 to a 26-inch tire. And it does also include stays to mount to the brace-ons on the seat stays. And the front rack still mounts to the cantilever brakes and also includes an integrated deck-a-lure so you can take your bag in and out easily. So this is velo-orange's new sub-bow pedal. It's intended to go with the new revolution cycling in minimalist shoes, 5 fingers, flip-flops, stuff like that. It features removable pins, 3 cartridge seal bearings, 2 inboard, 1 outboard, and you can still put a toe clip on it. And here's our new Beryllium crankset, kind of a throwback to the old speed holes of the 60s and 70s, still ramped and pinned. It's the exact same crankset as our fluted double, just drilled out just because we can.
Accessory-wise, what's new this year is the long-awaited Brompton toolkit. I'll pull one out, mounts in the front frame, pulls out with the 15 millimeter wrench. It works on your axle. Open it up. It's magnetic, by the way, so it sits into the head tube and stays with the rubber here. It will not move or make noise. You've got a little ratchet wrench. You've got a series of double-headed bits of all the different sizes you need with Brompton, a little patch kit, and a set of very interesting, innovative tire levers. Here's else what's new. It's a new Brompton water bottle, and I'll show it to you on a bike. It's actually a magnetic mount. It's a rare earth magnet, so it just simply snaps on and stays put. The idea being there's nowhere to put anywhere on a Brompton a bottle cage where it's not going to get in the way. Very excited about the new Brompton brake lever. We now have a full metal alloy brake lever with an offset lever. One of the complaints we've had about Brompton levers is that you tend to have to reach fairly vertical for the Brompton. That needs to be done because this portion of the brake lever, when the bar folds, needs to lay against the bike. However, the blade does not. So we have this offset, or dogleg, if you will, blade. So you have easier access with your hand. The brake lever itself has got a cam now, so it's a much more powerful and positive pull. It actually changes the feel of the brake. It almost feels like a hydraulic brake now, so particular about that.
New for 2013 is our Sub 5 line. Sub 5, the name comes from rides of 5 miles or less. We want to produce a clothing that you could easily go to work in, go for a ride, go out for dinner, go for a ride, ride your cruiser home, ride your hybrid home, and so Sub 5 was born this year. Our rail jacket uses our Stretch Ride 9 fabric. It has 9% Lycra in it. We always, with all of our garments, are very windproof. They have long sleeves, as you can see, because when your arms reach out while you're on the bars, they have zippered front pockets so that you don't lose anything. An inner pocket, stash pocket for your wallet or cold beer. In the back, they've got reflective and another zippered kind of iPhone pocket. This jacket retails for $150. And one of the products I'm most excited about for next year is our new Ray jean. Starting at the bottom, we use, of course, reflective on the leg, on the crank side, because you're probably going to roll it up to keep the grease out. We use a beautiful gusset that runs all the way up and down the crotch area, so you're not sitting on a seam. Instead of using 12-ounce traditional denim, we have a special Stretch Ride 2 that's a denim that's only 8 ounces, and it's got 2% lycra in it. So it's going to dry out much faster, and it's a lot more comfortable as you're spinning. You're not going to feel that tightness, so it fits very beautifully. On the back side, I'm going to bring you around here, we have our no crack back, so you can see it's raised in the back, so that as you're leaning over, you won't show your beautiful.
Technology?
That's patented technology, baby. You saw it here first. No crack back, and then of course we put a reflective piece. We have always a reflective logo. Our tagline: "Wear daily, ride daily." So we put a lot of thought into these jeans. We didn't just make a jean and say it's a biker jean. We made a jean that bikers would really use. Next is our new Patty designed Queen Bee jersey. It uses our sheer 2 dry fabric, and if you put your hand on that, it almost feels like a really soft cotton, but it isn't. It's a special polyester that we developed. We use a beautiful burnout on the sides, and a burnout is a process where you actually heat the fabric and burn away small amounts of the threads, which makes it even breathe better because in effect it's thinner, so it lets more air through. A nice slight zipper, and it's got these 2 beautiful tear-shaped teardrop pockets on the back, which women have just felt are really cute. You can slip a water bottle in there or keys or whatever else you need.